Alrighty. So for those of you that don't know, but you should know, a survey went out and we had some really awesome concepts for Canada's Wonderland. And I'm going to talk a little more in depth about my ideas for those expansion areas and what we could be seeing coming to Canada's Wonderland over the next 2 to 7 years. This video is going to be an overall kind of analysis of that. And I wanted to bring up the Yukon area. Yukon was supposed to happen about 2 years before it did, and then they kind of went back to the drawing board to insert the whole Frontier Canada theme. And I think that's exactly what we're about to experience at Canada's Wonderland. You're going to see a small little delay, and then suddenly you're going to see a massive expansion. So with that, I wanted to kind of go over these areas on the screen. So in green are like little core expansion areas where flat rides or other projects could take place. The yellow is kids, the blue is the water park, and orange is ideally where I think the hotel or the RMC will go. And later on in this presentation, you'll see kind of the two areas where the RMC, in my opinion, could only go if we do go down the RMC route. Based off of what I'm seeing online, I think the park is going to get an overwhelming response to the RMC, similar to that blast coaster concept that they had gone through with. And that's exactly what you're going to see happen. I truthfully believe it's going to be the RMC, and eventually maybe we'll see the spinning coaster come after that if we're lucky. With that being said, Wonderland does have a lot of room to expand, and with their massive success with Alpine Fury and the Season Pass sale, they need to. So in the orange highlighted area over here in Faire, that is where I could see potentially the RMC go if it is an RMC. It would require a lot of land. Now, I do find it difficult to picture the RMC going underneath Leviathan's Lift Hill and Brake Run and taking up Dragonfire as well as Speed City as well as Wild Beast. But the bat is up in the air in terms of this plan, but I just wanted to completely highlight areas that I could really see the RMC going. And if it does end up being the Mach Extreme Spinner, then I could definitely see it taking up Dragonfire's plot of land. I do truthfully think Wild Beast and the Bat and Speed City's time line at the park is coming to an end, and that is going to be an area where the park does want to develop. There are survey markings in this area, and this is an area that has been surveyed within the last 6 months. So it is an area that we're keeping a very close eye on, but we can't ignore the fact that Dragonfire is one of those attractions that we've seen being getting removed from other parks as well. However, I could see Canada's Wonderland holding on to this ride a little longer or permanently, whatever they decide to do, as we have other attractions that require their attention to remove. In the green are possible ride removals / flat rides coming to the park. Those are the only ones that I could really think of in Faire, but Drop Tower, Nightmares, and Riptide are definitely rides that I could see getting removed or upgraded with newer technology or newer ride versions. Over in World Expo, there is a Great Wolf Lodge, a hotel trademark that has progressed even further to stage 3 out of 4. They are now allowed to advertise Wonderland as a hotel and restaurant kind of like establishment under the Wonderland name if they choose to, or just under the Canada's Wonderland Company. So that is significant. It doesn't necessarily mean we are going to get a hotel, but it is definitely in there. And they do have access to use a hotel. And Kingswood, to me, does scream one of the only places that could fit a really big hotel for such a big park like Canada's Wonderland. Now, it does also bring up the whole concept of World Expo. What could possibly happen in World Expo? Well, in terms of height restrictions, which I'll go over at the end of the video, and why I'm only picking these two areas for the world record breaking RMC and not the back of the park where Action Theater is. But World Expo is definitely one of those areas that could house a big roller coaster and a whole lot more, especially if you bring Flight Deck into it as a secondary plot of land for expansion. But even in terms of the green new flat ride areas or upgraded areas, the green highlighted areas, it's just a lot of potential. And then you bring back a Ginza Gardens over in the purple highlighted area with that restaurant and bring it back to what it used to be, that amazing design, or even just make it a really nice Italian theme as well if you really want to go down that route. But I really do believe that restaurant was prepped and it could still be upgraded with theming as well. So definitely really excited to see what they do with World Expo, but a massive hotel with an indoor water park, I know a lot of you are going to groan when I say that, would make the most sense in Kingswood's plot of land. But I have a feeling I have a feeling it's going to potentially be the RMC if they do need that plot of land for the RMC. With that being said, I want to discuss why I've not drawn up a plan to include the RMC at the back end of the park and why you saw Wonderland surveying a family GCI in that back portion. And that is because there is a serious height restriction in that red highlighted area to the right on this presentation before you. So from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're not correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand and have read on the minutes board presentation from a year ago, Wonderland is not allowed to build above 95 feet in that red highlighted area. And then even after that highlighted area, it jumps up to like 200 and something. But nonetheless, in that red highlighted area, they can't have anything over 95 feet. So for a world record breaking RMC, I just don't see it working in that highlighted red area there, which takes up a majority of that expansion room back there. So I think they could reserve that land for a water park expansion or a family or even a water log flume over Whitewater Canyon. So I think that's what we're going to see that land used for. Nothing in particularly large thrill. That's why you see a lot of the larger attractions built more towards Jane and Major Mac instead of the highway. With that being said, I want to know from you guys, what would you prefer, the RMC or the Mock Extreme Spinner? And on top of that, do you agree with the two expansion areas? Are we looking at either removing Wild Beast and building a ground up in that location, or do you think it's going to be in Kingswood? I know already that a lot of you are not Team Hotel, but I'm here to tell you, and I have another video coming out tomorrow that is going to explain why Canada's Wonderland is experiencing such a boom in investments and attention from Six Flags, and why it's going to be a huge thing moving forward. The park is seeing it's like almost like it's like golden era, and it's really exciting because this, what they surveyed you in that survey, is not it. There's more coming, and I'm excited to talk about some of it. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about in this video. I think most of you are Team RMC, but definitely sound off in the comments down below. And would you visit a year-round indoor water park with a hotel if it were to be built at Canada's Wonderland? I'm curious to know, because I know a lot of you aren't team that, but would you go to one if it was built in the GTA? Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good one. Bye.